Hey guys! Welcome to my channel. Today we're building the second part of the New York hotel build. This build is going to be in 3 parts, and this part is going to be the first floor, or the ground floor, or whatever it's called. The first part was the exterior, the outside, and the last part is going to be all the upper floors. And I decided to cut this in 3 parts because it actually took me a really long time to furnish the first floor, or this floor that I'm working on right now. So what I'm working on right now, there was this kind of like blues bar or something. I haven't been inside there. I know some of my family members have, but I haven't, so I don't really know what it looks like. But I honestly just took the opportunity to build a kitchen. That's all this is really. And I did want it to look kind of old-fashioned. And there is a bar and you can sit down, but I really wanted a kitchen because oh my god, my laptop is heating up so much. Okay, wait, I need to fix that. Okay, so I hope you didn't hear that. You might have heard it if your volume was really loud. But anyway, I wanted a kitchen because I want this build to be a fully functioning build. I want a family to be able to live here, so it needs a kitchen. And I don't know if it had like a breakfast thing where you can eat breakfast. We didn't eat breakfast there. We just found some place where we can buy really nice croissants. My French is like the best thing ever. We don't say it like that, by the way. I just wanted to sound extra French, but I just failed. And the stupid thing is that I actually took French for 6 years. Yep. I took French for 6 years, and I'm not able to say the most easy word in the world that everybody knows. I'm a failure. Languages aren't my thing, I guess, with like writing and listening in some cases, not with French, because holy, they talk fast and very like inside their mouth. I don't know if that's a thing, but okay. That was like a really Dutch word to translate. But anyway, like English I picked up really fast, but my accent, my pronunciation isn't that good, honestly. So speaking is really hard for me. Somehow I just can't seem to understand that, like learn that, master that. While my writing and listening, there's really nothing wrong with that. I think I can do fine in that department. But speaking is still really hard, even though I'm really getting better at it by doing these voiceovers. Anyway, I'm kind of losing track here. Okay, so I remember there being a sign outside of the bar to say what it was. That's why I know that there was a bar there, because every time you were waiting for the elevator, you would see people lining up to get inside. There was like the rope things that look really fancy and make it seem like it's like a really VIP thing. Those were like on the side, and you had to line up, and then they would let you in, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know if I was allowed in, because I'm still 18, and in the Netherlands and I think most of Europe, that's just the legal age to get in anywhere. But in America it's 21, and I didn't even think about that to be honest. But I'm 18, so I probably wouldn't be allowed in anyway. So I'm now building the reception, if that's what it's called in English. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I wanted to put some screens, like computer screens on there, but it wouldn't let me. I guess you can't put computer screens on bars, like kitchen counters or bars like you see there. And I tried everything. Like I tried putting tables underneath it, and I tried putting in like a bar where I could put in the screen on there. It would allow me, but I guess it didn't. So I honestly just ended up putting some books down. I don't know, like it was an old-fashioned place. And I just put a flag outside because I remember there being like a really big flag up the side of the building, which I don't think we can actually put a flag up the side of the building. So I just sized up a like group flag from Get Together. But like you see here, I'm just putting down some books, making it seem like it's all on paper, but still having like the individual work places like you would have at a reception. There's like a big line of people where you can ask questions or check in or check out and all of that. So sometimes you see me sort of spinning around and not doing anything, just spinning around. And that's me just checking if everything still looks okay, if everything's still in place and all of that. So I just spin my screen around, just looking around if everything still looks good. But when making a speed build, that's like the most annoying thing in the world, because I have to cut everything out, especially because if it's sped up really fast, this is only sped up twice, but normally I speed it up 4 times. I actually wanted this to be its own build, because having like everything in one and sped up 4 times would still mean that this video will be 30 minutes long. So I just took like a smaller section. I didn't want to do like the first floor and then the second floor, because that wouldn't make sense. I wanted to split it up evenly. Anyway, I want to keep this video around 50 minutes, so that's why I did that. But when it's sped up really fast and I start spinning around, it looks ridiculous. It's like headache city. And I put these paintings around this room. There's actually the seating area where you can wait and sit in like the lobby, I guess. But there were paintings, like old jazzy paintings of New York around the entire thing. So I tried to do that, but I think it's a little bit too cluttered, so I might remove some things. And then I put in the toilets, which were actually, like, behind this build was actually another whole section of things, and I have no idea what was there. I think it was like a ballroom or something. So the toilet should actually be on the other side technically, but because we don't have that in my build, because I sized it down a lot, I just put it in here. But that's kind of cool actually, because then it created like these seating areas, like closed off, not really closed off, but like a little bit closed off, and I think it looks really nice. So when I first saw this seating area, there were couches everywhere. There were so many, like there were so many places to sit. And when I first looked at it, I was like, wow, that's way too much. No way that it's going to fill up. But when we left, I guess lots of people were checking out and waiting for their like cabs and buses or anything to go to the airport. It was completely full. There was like no seats whatsoever, and people were actually getting really pissed off. Like we had like our own corner, and we met a family who was also Dutch, and we talked about what they did, and we were sitting there, and I guess we were taking up too much space or something, so people were actually getting pissed off that they wouldn't have a place to sit. It was quite a weird experience, to be honest. And I just switched to nighttime, because if you saw the last part, you saw me putting in these stairs that would go all the way up to the roof, and then it's open, so the daylight actually gets in and travels down all the stairs, which I don't think is actually possible, but I guess it's The Sims, so it is. And that's why daylight actually comes into like the all the way down here. So I actually put it to nighttime, because I forget to put in the lights, or I don't know where to put in the lights, because I can't see where it's supposed to be dark and where it needs a light. So this is kind of where I put in all of the couches, and I think that this is like less than there actually was. There were so many places to sit, but there were also some like individual seats. I only put in couches and like love seats, but there were also some like individual like chairs sort of thing that actually matched the couches. But so I guess in reality, I think there's like, it's pretty even, like in The Sims and in real life. I don't know why that matters. Oh, and in a little bit I will put in a rock that is rock. I still can't say that word. It's like my least favorite word in English, and I'm doing Sims videos, so it's like not good that I can't pronounce that. So I'm putting in these things on the floor, and the left one actually didn't move up enough, so that one is not in the right place, and I will change that. I'm so sorry if anybody sees that and is disturbed by it, because I am. Okay, so this is kind of random, but my uploading schedule kind of changed. And I don't think anybody ever noticed what my upload schedule was, but if you are curious to what it's going to be, I will post a link to my Tumblr in the description. You can follow me there if you want to. I post custom content, almost exclusively Max's Match custom content. And I am thinking about maybe if I ever start like a current household thing, I will also post like screenshots or like random screenshots here and there. But I will also post a like text post where I'm going to explain a little more about my schedule. So if you are curious to what that is going to look like, you can click there in the description and you can find out. So I'm moving on to the next room, and this room is going to be sort of a computer thing, because I honestly don't know what this room was supposed to be. I think there were actually like more like actual rooms like hotel rooms, where you can sleep and all of that. But I also know that somewhere in this hotel, and I think it was like the 3rd floor or something like that, or the 2nd, I don't know, there was a computer thing where you can, I think it's mostly used for like checking into your flights, because you can check in and choose your seats and print your tickets and all of that, and that's what you can do in there. I never knew that was a thing. I knew you could check into your flights, but I didn't know that there were actually like places in hotels to do that and to print your tickets and all of that. And I haven't been in one hotel that didn't have that, I think. I mean, I've been in some motels and I don't think they have that, but most hotels have that. I never really knew. So I turned this into that room, and I also put in some bookcases and some seating, just to fill up the room really, but I think it also really looks nice, and I think that would be a really nice place to sit and maybe read a book or maybe talk a little. And there's also this random table that I'm building now, and I'm putting on stuff. Apparently I wanted to put on an umbrella, because that's like the most logical thing to do in this situation. But anyway, I remember there being a table and there were like random color things on it, and I didn't understand why, because it really looked messy to be honest, but it was there, so I built it. And behind the reception, there were these clocks, and they were all set in different time zones, and I thought that was pretty funny, so I actually enlarged, if that's a word, some clocks and put them on the wall to kind of look like that, I guess. Just some decoration, because most of the walls are plain, and they're also the same color, because I think that's actually what it looked like. I don't know what color the walls were, but I can imagine there being like different colors. And I put in some chalkboards in the restaurant. It's kind of a weird jump, but I was looking at the decorations and I saw that, and then I also realized that I forgot to paint one wall, so I made that in a brick wall. And now I'm putting down some tables and putting a computer on it to actually sort of look like the machines that were in the lobby to book boat tours or print your tickets or things like that. Like book a bus back to the airport. There are things you can do on there. I don't know, I didn't use it, but I noticed that it was there when I was waiting for my parents to come back or something. I don't know. I was there for a little bit, just looking around. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm actually overlapping a glass table and a like wooden bedside table, and now I'm putting in the desk where you can, I guess, sort of complain if something is broken. I know that has a name, but I don't know what it is. But that's actually the last thing I'm doing, and then this video will be done. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment, maybe subscribe if you like it. You can see the next video. You'll be notified when that comes up, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.